And so I says to her, why have one when you can have them all? Oh, well hello there, dear viewer. The Ceaseless Expanse and I have become very good friends as he's in a lot of my Hearthstone decks recently, and well, I wanted to invite him over for dinner. But I just have one request. Please no flash photography in front of the Ceaseless Expanse, because he is still like a cosmic anomaly that doesn't exactly like all of the things. Wait, what are you doing? No, what have you done? The Ceaseless Expanse has become one of my favorite legendaries to mess around with for one reason and one reason only. I can't help it. I love infinite combos. I love fizzle OTKs, and well, they're not really OTKs, but they pretty much feel like an OTK because you do the combo and then your opponent's pretty much gonna leave if they know exactly what is happening. So make sure you hit that subscribe button to be notified about our future updates, because today we are taking a look at Fizzle Rogue, and we're just taking a look at HSReplay here for a second to tell you that Shaman is a problem. Oh boy. Unfortunately, if your deck does not beat Swarm Shaman, it is considered a meme deck, which is a really sad, truth of the meta right now, which is why I am doing my best to not focus on the meta and top legend. I am trying to show you guys what are the most excellent, fun decks, most entertaining decks out there possible, and today we're going to be looking at one deck in particular, Fizzle Rogue. So just to give you a quick rundown of what exactly is happening in the meta, it's pretty much what you would expect, except Rainbow DK has had a somewhat emergence recently. Like, we went from almost seeing none of it to where on my stream yesterday was pretty much all I was seeing for an hour. Not complaining, just making an observation. But Big Shaman has also made its emergence into the meta. Big Shaman, Swarm Shaman, Dungar Druid, Rainbow DK, Odin Warrior are the decks that are seeing pretty decent play at top legend, as well as seeing spotlight by some of the other competitive players out there. And then when you scroll down a little bit, there are actually two decks of mine that people have been optimizing, as well as one list that is actually mine entirely, where Control Priest with the Starship armor cards, as well as Control Warlock with the exact same thing in Wheel of Death in order to kill your opponent. Both of these decks will be showcased here fairly soon on the channel, but we just have a lot of content that we've been pushing through. And December is going to be Clarksmith, so get ready for that announcement here pretty soon at the very end of this deck breakdown. But that's what's going on in the meta right now, pretty much what you would expect with like Discover Hunter and some occasional memery every now and again. But taking a look at the actual meta breakdown and the meta analysis from Donkey, it's pretty much exactly what you would expect. Swarm Shaman, Zarimi Priest, Zoo Hunter, blah, 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 blah. But if we scroll all the way down, this right here is the deck we're going to be looking at today. Barely not even 0.0% popularity, 30% win rate. So why on earth would I be talking about this deck? Well, it's extremely fun, and unfortunately, the higher that we get into the meta tiers, it just completely fizzles out, so to speak, to where it doesn't even really pop up on anything other than Diamond through Legend. It's not available in Legend, and it's not even available in Top 1000 Legend. However, what I will tell you is that there's actually a decent amount of these decks that I believe might be getting like cycled into Cycle Rogue, because some versions of Cycle Rogue that run Giants and whatnot actually decide to put in a fizzle into their deck, so that way they can create an infinite combo, so that way if they have like a value deck that they go into, they have the ways of being able to deal with it. It's not exactly the list that we're looking at today, but the list that we're looking at today is probably one of the most fun ways of being able to do this, where it is essentially Cycle Rogue, but there is one big difference in here. We have the stick-ups and we also have the fizzle, and there's one really important way on how you utilize this combo. Obviously, there is a fizzle, OTK, or not OTK, I keep saying that because it's combos, but there is a fizzle combo that you can do that is a little bit skill dependent, because it's not just about when you do it, it's how you do it, and what do you do after you popped off the first fizzle, because there's a lot of complicated things that go into this. And there's gonna be a lot of footage up ahead that can show you some of the inconsistencies of this deck, as well as the skill ceiling that you really need to understand when playing a deck like this. So let's go ahead and talk about Fizzle Rogue and how exactly this deck works. So at this deck's core, it is essentially a Cycle Rogue. So you're not gonna be really seeing any of the common, Cycle Rogue games up ahead, because I feel like we've already seen enough of that in today's Hearthstone. But there is one high roll in particular that you really need to get. It is your Fizzle into Shadow Step combo. So the way that this works is that you need to play Fizzle with the following cards in hand. You need at least a Shadow Step and a Ceaseless Expanse and a Speaker Stomper, and I'll explain that here in a second. So that way you can play Fizzle into Shadow Step, then that way you can play your Ceaseless Expanse. Hopefully have something else attached to that so you don't just have a 15-15 available. But the reason why you want the Speaker Stomper is so that way you can trade that card into the deck, you can get the snapshot, and you don't have to worry about cards like Benevolent Banker, for example, or whatever that card is that steals a card from your deck, or a demon, that one demon that's in some Kill Jaden decks that can draw from your opponent's deck, and if they play that card, well, they take it away from you. So that is something that you're gonna have to worry about, and that's why the Speaker Stomper is in here as a 2-of, so that way you can play one Speaker Stomper whenever you have the opportunity, and then you have the other one acting as a tradable card, so that way you get the snapshot guaranteed without having to worry about it being taken away from you. Because if that happens, you're pretty much dead. So in that case, now that we understand what the main idea of the combo is, I'm gonna go a little step further, because this isn't just a deck where you want to just have the Ceaseless Expanse over and over again. And there's one key reason for that. If you do this combo over and over again, and your opponent plays 1 taunt, you're never going to be able to connect that damage to the face. So the real trick of this deck is not just getting the Ceaseless Expanse and the Speaker Stomper in here. You want to try and maybe have a giant attached to that. Maybe you want to have a stick up, for example, ready to go in hand, so you have some flexibility on being able to deal with whatever your opponent does after the Ceaseless Expanse comes out. And the reason why this is important is because you are trying to essentially checkmate any possible value deck that goes into the late game, while having, you know, like the early game scams of like Tar Slick and the Fan of Knives to deal with aggro. It's not the greatest deck of dealing with aggro, but Psycho Rogue has 8/8 Giants plus Breakdance that can absolutely lock out any of those kind of aggro decks as soon as they, you know, start to maintain tempo, while the rest of this deck is trying to make sure that you can deal with anything any value deck throws at you. That means Kill Jaden decks. That means infinite other infinite combos available from Fizzle, which is why if you go up against other infinite combos, there is actually a reason to put in the Dirty Rat, so that way you can try to pull out the Fizzle from your opponent. So this is one of those decks to where the perfect 30 actually changes depending on what decks and what archetypes that you are encountering. And if Odin Warrior was extremely common, or you want to like maybe stop like the Psycho Rogues on ladder, you could easily tech in a Glacial Shard as putting that into the combo, so that way you are stopping your opponent from being able to even swing with their face. Because every now and again I went up against, I think, a Death Knight or something, and they had like, you know, that 3/3 weapon that heals and freezes, so they're just getting out of the range of lethal, and it's just kind of hilarious but at the same time frustrating if you are trying to kill your opponent. So this is just one of those kind of decks to where you could easily take out maybe a Speaker Stomper if you don't need to worry about your opponent like stealing a card from your deck. I would still at least keep one copy, just because rogues still do have Stick Up, and Stick Up can find that one really problematic priest card. So you could probably get rid of like a Speaker Stomper. You can probably get rid of like I don't want to say get rid of like a Fan of Knives because of like aggro, but you're gonna have to choose which archetype do you not want to play perfectly into, so that way you can deal with whatever you're dealing with at the whatever ladder that you're at. Because this is a deck that is only built around what it is going to go into. These tech cards are very important because you're making infinite copies of them, and if you have that same tool over and over again that locks out a matchup, it's definitely something that you want in there. But I would prioritize Dirty Rat as the #1 card to tech into this deck, depending on how many value matchups you're going into, because you could easily just play Dirty Rat into Ceaseless Expanse infinitely to also pull out all the minions from your opponent, such as like an Exodar, for example. But the mulligan of this deck is very simple. Before we start getting into the game clips, this is just draw your deck like typical Psycho Rogue. You're gonna keep cards like Gear Shift, you're gonna keep your Quick Pick, you can keep your Dubious Purchase in most matchups. Even if you don't have a prep, it's probably just still fine to keep this in your hand, as well as having your Ethereal Oracle, because you just need to draw. Obviously you can keep Dig for Treasure because it's just a good card to play on one, but that's all you really need to do. I feel like that the mulligan of this deck is just keep your draw cards and just draw the cards until eventually you have your Playhouse Giants, and then you get to eventually get to the difficult part of the deck, which is setting up the Fizzle combos. So this deck is really fun, very interesting, and very skill testing. If you're looking for one way to like kind of play the best deck but to have a little bit of a meme attached to it, I believe this is probably the most fun way that you can be playing Psycho Rogue with a Fizzle potential high roll. And don't forget, if you do enjoy this kind of content, feel free to like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and check out the Patreon if you want to support the content directly. So thank you so much for making it to the end of this infinite deck breakdown, and we'll see you for the next video. I said this earlier, right? Libram Paladin is more of a scam deck, right? Because it's not just about playing a minion, it's having one minion and then you just buff it to high heaven until it kills your opponent. Hamba Paladin is just a gradual mid-range deck. I don't think that they're comparable. Yes, they have the weapons, but they play completely differently. One is more explosive, the other one is a gradual increase in power. They both giga rely on the weapon. Yes, I agree, but their play styles are different, which is the distinction I was trying to make. All right, 2-3 with the deck so far, dude. Hand buff while Paladin is not just dependent on weapon. I would also somewhat agree with that, but also kind of disagree with it because the deck is very dependent on the weapon in order to actually function. But the difference between Libram and hand buff Paladin is that, at least in the decks that I'm playing, the weapon is literally the only card you discount the Librams with. Though Interstellar Wayfarer is still kind of bad. You have other hand buff cards. You have Gribesgreet Outfitter. You have the Buffatron. There's lots of ways of buffing it up. Okay, we're just gonna deny that from happening. Maxibon Sonya Rogue? What is that? A combo rogue? Is it like a Sonya combo one mana spell damage deck? $20 mana card, by the way. Grim Patron Sonya Rogue? Excuse me, but what? Oh, it's just it's just shit rogue? I mean, I like shit rogue.
Witness true arcane magic.
If I get Shadow Step, I'm pretty sure I'm Shadow Stepping this, but because I have green button, I didn't get 0 mana cards. So we have Playhouse Giant. Trading, which means we're gonna have all the time in the world. Now I get the Shadow Step.
Here we go.
So now I can stick up, see what I get, attack, play this, play breakdance. Organ Zorma.
Any problem?
We could get a clear from this and wipe out everything. You know? Oh god!
Here we go.
Muppets and cheese, dude. What the fuck is wrong with me? God damn it. Fine, I'll do this and then I'll summon another one, then I'll play Doom. Was Tempo Stopper a consideration there? I think right now, no, because it's turn 6. If I summon a bunch of 8/8s, what is he gonna do? And actually, now that I think about it, no, I completely fucked up, because now Threads could just kill the 8/8. Ah, Jesus, man, there was so much wrong with this turn, actually. Muppets and cheese. Yeah, it's funny, dude. It's funny, isn't it? That made you react, did it not? It's like that's like my entire job. One thing that you guys always gotta realize is that like probably 40% of what comes out of my mouth on stream is just a way to get you to react. Muppets and cheese, just a great example of that. Okay, the boys are surviving. Yeah, Muppets and cheese, dude. How's the doggo, by the way? She's okay. She is currently laying in the bedroom, it looks like. On turn 7, how do you deal with this? So we just keep going hard.
Here we go.
All right. Cycle Giants Rogue with infinite combo. You look. You seem like you would fit so well in in LA as some uninfluencer jest. What are you trying to say, huh? I'm like an impractical joker, but you're laughing at me instead of laughing with me. That would be kind of tragic. Okay, wait, hold on a second. Maybe I'm not worthless after all. Oh, you know what I need to do? I need to trade this first to try and find an Oracle. Okay, come on, give me Oracle. Damn it. Could still technically hit it. Hey! But now it doesn't do as much. Ah, fuck me. I can still do this.
almost out of cards.
All right, well, I'm not even gonna need the infinite combo, but this would be the easy way of setting up like the double stomper. Grim Patron, Sonya Rogue, next game, let's go. What do you mean Grim Patron, Sonya Rogue? What even is that? Grim Patron, like what, are you playing the armor card? Wait, okay, so there's Lab Patron, but that's a warrior card. Or is that a neutral card?
I have seen creation,
Oh, he's doing the thing.
and I will bring destruction.
Okay, hold on. What's the best way to do this?
I'm out of.
Oh! Oh! I think you conceded too soon, honestly. Okay, sure. Neato. I think you gave up way too soon. Backstab does have a high win rate, actually, so we'll go ahead and keep it. Thank you, handy dandy deck tracker. The deck would probably not work on your MMR because it's very meta dependent. Yeah, I don't think I should be playing shit rogue at this rank. If it had ways of like being completely anti-aggro, then sure. But you don't really run healing. There's like, I guess you could do like Ziliax combos technically. I guess you could still, yeah, you could probably still climb out of this rank actually. If you knew what you were doing with the deck, but like you wouldn't be able to misplay. It doesn't work at top 100 either, didn't stop Maxi. I mean, what counters it? I guess just this kind of Shaman deck would just beat it. All right, hold on. There's a very important question. Left or right, which one do you kill, chat? I always kill the one on the left. Because if you somehow bounce it, it gets bad. But which one do you kill? Do you kill the blue one or the green one, chat? He's downing the, dude, I'm not even downing the drink. I got this like 3 games ago and I haven't even gotten halfway through the drink. This is very tame. I'm not gonna lie, man, I'm a quick drinker. I don't wanna hold on to my drink for the entire night. Then stuff's gonna melt. It's gonna melt, isn't that right, Z? Nobody wants that. I guess we're gonna have to gear shift. I mean, I want to play Doob, but like, what drink is it? It's just a Corona. And since I'm lazy, I didn't chop up any limes, so it's the worst way to experience the drink. No, guys, it's not Alley Cat. You always kill the blue to avoid getting panded. Pocket, well, okay, it's not that bad. It's still cold. It's still cold, but without a Corona without a lime, it's like you know, it's like fries without ketchup. Like I can do it, but I'm not gonna enjoy it. I'll enjoy it. That was the wrong word, but still. We'll draw the cards, make them play more stuff. I could try to like stick up an AOE, but it feels like if I get like a Fan of Knives off this, it's still good. All right, we got the Fan of Knives. Yeah, the Alley Cat discussion all over again, literally. Ah, fuck me, dude. Okay, I guess I should have prevented this.
Witness true arcane magic. How enigmatic.
Oh my.
Witness true arcane magic.
So now it's 4, so I still need to play this. Maybe I get the other. Well, actually, I've already played the other backstab. You know what? Why not? All right, looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. I think I'd like maybe play a Speaker Stomper to get in the way of his spell plays. The one thing that is kind of annoying with this deck is how frequently you have to be like, oh shit, I'm dying. I'm kind of dying here. Oh crap, Bloodlust is gonna kill me now, which means we have to prevent it. So we do this into another giant, into a Speaker Stomper, and now Pirates into Bloodlust don't kill me anymore. I actually don't know how he gets out of this. Oh shit, well, okay, that actually is a way to get out of this. Well, hold on, stick up plays though, because I've got 6 damage. Just discover 2 spells for lethal. And I also have this in hand. Yeah, we could totally kill him here. Kill him. I guess healing will prevent me from dying, which is another way of killing him, but... Come on, man, lethal. Man, it's never lethal. All right, what are you gonna do? Double tides me? What if is he really about to conductivity me into skirting death? Am I about to get skirted? I guess that is something I should have thought about. But at the same time, I don't think they play that in the deck. They just run the weapon as like a top end. So can I clear everything, or am I gonna have to YOLO the doob? Oh, wait a minute, this isn't easy lethal, because this just deals 4. Which means I don't even have to do any fancy counting, it's just lethal. Yeah, you're right, you're right. Hell, I could have even played, this. I could have played the Oracle just to make it easier. All right, we'll get rid of everything here. Next, lethal is always easy in chat. I mean, hey, man. What happens when chat's actually right about the lethal, though? What does that say about the streamer? When I didn't immediately see it, but that's because I always try to like see the entirety of the game instead of just seeing what's right in front of me. You know what I mean? Where it's like, I try to see all my possibilities and then choose the best one versus like, oh shit, well this is the only play I do because it's obviously lethal. I'm still thinking. Yeah, I can't let chat win. If you guys find it, I have to find it. Either that or like, I'll be like super burnt out or something. Just better to play this rather than to do this. I want to like do this and like prep, maybe do something afterwards, or maybe even like shadow step it back into my hand. Oh, he's just tempoing that. Okay. Well, I guess now I can do this. Shadow stoop.
Here we go.
Again, another game where it's like it's turn 5 and the Giants are like pretty much 0 mana at this point.
Arcane magic. How enigmatic.
How enigmatic. I love the voice line of this card, but holy crap, I'm just so tired of this being the only good new card. Actually, wait, no. We do it this way. Not only because I get to sink the damage to face, but because this gets to eat it. Eat it, bro.
Here we go.
Think about how bad this deck would be if it didn't have the Giants. It would like borderline on unplayable almost. New warrior card, Hostile Invader is goated. Gotta love his voice line too. What does he sound like again? I haven't really messed with warrior this expansion because it's pretty much been Odin or control warrior or bust. Polyphia's so fucking good. I'm not kidding, dude. This band almost made me think about quitting music. And then I just had the realization one day, I don't need to make Polyphia style music. I just need to make good music. I don't need to be literally the best. Yeah, I have to know breakpoints. You have to know just how much pressure to put on. I'm just so all or nothing when it plays and when I play aggro, and that's why I don't enjoy the archetype personally. I would rather be doing the controlling than doing the aggroing. He's not delusional, poker enjoyer. It's actually the truth. I'm not even kidding. Playing aggro perfectly is one of the most difficult things that you can do. It's not just like a curve stone thing. Granted, some games do come down to curve stone.
Here we go.
But anybody can play an AoE at the right time when your opponent over commits, right? But not over committing into it in the first place is where the challenge comes in. There are no pro players in Hearthstone. No one makes a living from prizes. There are literally pro players, bro. There were grandmasters at one point. Say that to Tice, my guy. Hold on a minute. Say that to Tice, my dude. I'm sorry, but that's just wrong.
Here we go.
Tice makes money from streaming, buddy. What? Okay, all right. I'm hold on. I'm sorry that I have to humble you like this, but Yes, he has made money from streaming. That is one of his main ways. But like, why do you think people watch him, bro? Why do you think people watch him? Why do you think people respect Tice's opinion? Tice has also made $500,000 off Hearthstone tournaments, which again isn't an insane amount of money when you compare it to like pro poker or like other kind of pro video games. But still, dude, like, come on, man. 500K for being good at Hearthstone, that's still impressive. It may not be like professional, but dude, you're kind of being a little bit unreasonable, I would say.
Witness true arcane.
We'll just go turbo card draw here. Do I get the giant back? Because now that I have these, I do not. Yeah, let's just trade it. And we got it back. All right, sweet. Natural draw, so I need to draw 3 more cards. Trade this, play this. Or I could just play Oracle. Oh, okay, okay, fine. Fine, I guess. All right. All we can do for right now. That's exactly my point. I mean, well, okay. Just because, okay, a pro player, someone who plays professionally, he is streaming professionally, but he's also playing Hearthstone every day. How is that not the definition of being a pro player? Like, I, by that definition, would technically be a professional player, but I'm a professional streamer more than anything because I don't do competitive circuit anymore. The issue of pro players isn't Blizzard, isn't more on the Blizzard side than the pro player side? Yes, because they never gave us an ecosystem to thrive on. Yeah, 100%. That is definitely the correct take in my opinion.
Witness true arcane magic.
How enigmatic. How enigmatic. You know? I was wondering if playing the breakdances and trading would have been better there. But I think I could go a little bit further in the distance. Is Weapon Rogue not hyper aggro? No, Weapon Rogue is just a weapon deck. Aggro would be like Token Hunter or something.
For stealth and ratchet. Arcane magic.
I had a mini heart attack. I forgot about this thing again. This might unironically be a tempo speaker stopper. Kills this off, prevents it from playing a bunch of spells. Maybe Exodar comes down, but it wouldn't really be that good of an Exodar turn. If you single out one guy who's making 60K a year, that's kind of proving my point. Dude, again, the issue is not that pro players don't exist. The problem is you can't sustain yourself being a pro player. You're getting caught up on semantics on what defines a pro player. Someone who can support themselves only playing their game. But what do you do when literally the ecosystem doesn't exist? It doesn't mean that players aren't pro players. It just means that the system's fucking them over, man. That's more so the point that I'm trying to say. Is that yes, they are by the definition a professional Hearthstone player, but the ecosystem does not allow them an opportunity to thrive, which is the thing that sucks.
I'm almost out of cards.
Okay, here we go.
Shut up.
Yeah, we still don't even know when the date of Worlds is as well, which is another big problem. I know that Banter in particular has been upset about that. What were the decks where even if you played it out so much that you can play it out in your sleep, you still need to think and focus on your turns? Grim Patron Warrior would definitely be a deck like that. But aggro, ooh, an aggro deck that fits that description would probably be a lot of tempo rogues, honestly. A lot of tempo rogues would probably fit that description. Because it's not even like a thing where it's like, oh man, I can play this deck in my sleep. It's more so just like, you gotta be aware of what your opponent's outs are. Your opponent's outs are the most important thing to keep in mind whenever you're playing a deck like that. Okay, unfortunately we have to take a little fatigue damage, but we literally get to like set up the perfect combo. So we do this. I think I could double up the quick pick. Actually, it doesn't matter if I double up the quick pick, actually. All right, here we go. Maybe I should have tried to keep a stick up, man, because like now I only have Stomper and clearing a board. And if he outvalues me, then all right, let's see how this works.
I have seen creation, and I will bring destruction.
Turn down that racket.
I kind of wish I had a giant that I could have kept, because that would be the ultimate way of playing this deck. Trade speaker? Trading speaker doesn't matter. Oh shit, to avoid banker. Oh fuck, you're right. Fuck. Holy shit, you're right. That actually might be the reason for double speaker to play around it. Oh, you're right, dude. Oh my god, yeah, you're 100% correct.
You have no idea what I'm capable of. I'm out of cards.
Okay, hold on.
I have seen creation, and I will bring destruction.
So now we just never die. I guess, you know what I should be doing instead? I should be attacking with the weapon and dealing an extra chip damage. Pretty sure this is just lethal then, right? The pole is smarter than the mishap. You're certainly not the pole. Then I take fatigue though, right? I guess, I mean, yeah, that's true. I mean, I should just be overriding my weapon is what I mean. I should be overriding the weapon. I have the 2 mana to do it anyway. Is this gonna be the stress test?
I'm out of cards.
Wait a minute.
I have seen creation, and I
At this point, it's just a matter of not screwing up the sequencing. Oh, wait a minute. I'm compounding speaker stompers. Screw it. I'll take 1 damage per turn in order to prevent myself from dying. Because I can't have these getting compounded. Then I'll have a full hand of speaker stompers and that becomes a problem. This actually gives me a turn of just like doing this into this, for example. I don't even need to play the AoE here. CCG. Nah, I guess I should do it, right? Like, why not? I might as well just do it so I always have initiative. There's no reason not to. This meta is just nonsense after nonsense. I agree, dude. I agree. Hello, Mr. HELLSCREAM. Yes, I know. Call you Clark. Mr. HELLSCREAM was your father. I shared a song a while ago. You mentioned ghost hits. I've always been curious about what that is. Oh, ghost hits? So it's a term in drumming. I'll explain it in a second. There's a concept called ghost noting. It's actually really cool.
I have seen creation, and I will bring destruction.
Okay. So ghost note is like when you hit a note very softly, where it's like do do da do 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 da, like that do 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 part is literally the ghost note, where like you're hitting the snare super softly, where like it's there but it's like not. It's just very Oh wait, is he just gonna hit me? Oh my, he's just gonna hit me with direct damage, bro. He's trying to kill me.
I'm out of cards.
All right, we got it. We got our machine.
Destruction.
The machine has been built. But yeah, is if you do that soft enough, that's essentially a ghost note where like it's there. Like, okay, chili peppers. Most chili peppers drum beats have ghost notes in it. Like, what's a great example? Californication. The drum beat for Californication. Boom, like that. And I'm emphasizing the ghost notes, but they're just slightly there. Oh god, dude. Okay, hold on a minute, man. He's got damage. I'm like actually gonna die if I don't kill him soon. I have to keep going. Like I can't just stop. I'm committed to this now. And we're already dying in like 2 turns anyway.
I have seen creation, and I will bring destruction.
I have too many stompers. Oh, he's trying to find lethal. Oh, good lord. Please, no, not the scorpion. That's not enough! Why didn't you just launch the ship? Oh, wait, the ship has nothing in it. Never mind. Woo! Finally got there. We almost screwed it up, man. Almost screwed it up, but we got there. Hi, 7-3 with the deck. Let's go.